Hey there, Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading for the week of May 20th. This week, we are going to jump right in here. You have this card that says, Life is speeding up. And you also have this card that says, Trust in the Great Mystery. So I feel, a lot of people have had like the Eight of Wands this week, for example. And so it does seem to me like things are speeding up this week, or people are making progress towards their goals or whatever they're working towards. And I kind of feel like that is also happening for you, which is great. Now you have the Five of Wands, the Star, and the Five of Cups. The Five of Wands can be conflict or competition, but really on the Five of Wands, those people are using sticks to fight. They're not using swords. So it's kind of like a card of learning through conflict. If you have experienced any conflicts or challenges, it can also just say you are just learning. It doesn't have to be that big of a deal. You could be learning new things in life or educating yourself. And doing that could lead to a lot more success or growth for you. So I kind of just get, I don't know. I feel like you're just learning. The Five of Wands is kind of like learning by doing, right? And that could be speeding your life up in some way. You have the Star, and the Star is, of course, like hope, faith, renewal. It can also represent working towards like a specific goal. The Star is like having a North Star, having one thing that you work towards that you want to create or manifest in your life and making it happen. It's also an amazing card for getting attention. And what do you know, Sagittarius? You show up right here. Temperance is your card, and you're showing up as the center card. When I do these 9-card spreads like this, the center card is the most important card in the reading. So it looks to me like you are shining bright this week, or, there could be a lot of attention for you. And of course, this would be a good thing. If you like in work or business, if you want more attention to, get a raise or a promotion, I would take advantage of it. Same thing in love. Like if you want attention and love, I would definitely put yourself out there. You have the Five of Cups. I kind of feel like this, maybe the past like year and a half or 18 months or so has been rather disappointing. Like you haven't been getting the results you desire. It's almost like I see, like if I look at this in my head, right, for you, Sagittarius, like I feel like there have been moments where it's almost like there's a little glimmer of hope. There's like something that happens in your life that kind of pushes you forward a little bit, but then maybe it doesn't happen or whatever. Like especially in work or business, like maybe you get a little bit of a boost and then you don't. And so I feel like it's kind of a weird energy to describe, but it's almost like that's what I'm getting. Same thing if you're working on a project or a business or a side hustle or a love, connection or whatever. It's like there's like a little bit of hope and then it kind of like fizzles out. And I feel like that's what you have been experiencing. But really, I feel like you're about to get something great. I mean, look, you have the Ace of Cups right here. So I feel that, I feel like that Trust in the Great Mystery card is basically saying, trust that these little glimmers of hope have been all adding up to something great. With the Five of Wands, you have the Five of Cups. I see this a lot. Whenever I have multiple fives like this in a row, or multiple connected fives like this one here, or like this, I'll have a reading that has the Five of Wands, Five of Cups, and then the two fives will clarify each other. It's almost like the reading is just saying that the two things are connected. So like I said, I feel you've been learning a lot through these like little glimmers of hope that you've been experiencing, and maybe just like that mindset shift, or maybe just looking at it that way and saying like, okay, I've been learning from all these little things that got me excited, right? That didn't lead to anything, but it actually is leading to something. I don't know. I hope that makes sense. With the Star, you have the Emperor. Again, I feel like you're getting really positive attention at work. I would take advantage of it. I always say that tarot isn't magic. Like tarot can't make anything happen for you. So that's why I make it a point to say that if you are getting extra attention or if you are doing extra work, that you should be speaking up. You should be saying to your boss, like, hey, I need a raise. I need a promotion. I'm doing more. Something. Same thing in business. Like I would take advantage of the energy. And if you have a business or side hustle, do extra work or do something that will get you more attention. Do something to stand out. We have to work with this energy, and the Emperor is an action. The Emperor is an action taker. So make sure that you're taking action on something, but it looks really amazing. If you do, I think you're going to get positive results. With the Five of Cups, you have the Judgment card. I think Sagittarius has been going through big changes in their life. I think you've had a lot of these like realizations about life in general. I feel like you're kind of like coming into your own here, Sagittarius. You're starting to maybe feel happier, feel like you have more guidance. I feel like you're starting to feel like you can, manifest more good things in your life. I feel like you feel, feeling more like yourself. And, that is always a good thing. Having yourself as the center card kind of solidifies the message because, again, I feel like you're just feeling more like you. Next, in the area of what's coming towards you, you have this willing release card and this beautiful uncaging card. So I feel like you are releasing things that no longer serve you. I also feel that you're asking the universe for things, like you are, but I think we ask the universe for things without even realizing it. You know, when we stand up for ourselves, we are basically telling the universe, hey, I demand more, right? And so you're asking the universe for something. When we enjoy ourselves more, when we do things that we enjoy, like our hobbies or having fun or going for a walk, we're telling the universe that we value our own happiness, and then you're basically sending energy out that is telling the universe that you value it, so the universe is going to bring you more happiness, right? So I feel like you are doing things, whether you realize it or not, you are asking the universe for things, and I feel like the universe, it's like you're opening up your heart here with this beautiful uncaging card, and because of that, it's like you're receiving more. So I would keep doing that, and I would do it consciously, right? I tell people to do this consciously because again, we don't have to not pay attention. We can choose and say, like, you know what, I've been working too much. I'm going to go do something I enjoy. I'm going to go, do a hobby, or I'm going to go do a puzzle, or whatever, whatever the case may be. And when we do that, then we get more good stuff. You have the High Priestess, the Temperance card, and the Ace of Cups. Definitely a good time for you to trust your intuition. One thing I will say is that the High Priestess is the card of unlimited potential. She has no roof over her head, so there's nothing that she can't accomplish if she sets her mind to it. So I feel for a lot of you that this is about you needing to set your mind to creating more, or I think you need to set your mind to accomplishing something, like bigger, or like exceeding your own expectations type of energy here is what I get. So there you go. And trust your intuition. You have the Temperance card as your center card, you showing up here in a very strong position. Temperance is all about turning one situation into another. So with Temperance, we can turn a negative into a positive. Of course, we can also turn a positive into a negative, but don't do that, right? I would definitely keep it more positive at this time. This right here is the path to glory with this glowing crown back here. So the Temperance Angel could just get started on that path and could start working towards, whatever his goal, wish, or dream is, whatever he's trying to accomplish here, that's off that path to glory. So I feel for a lot of you could be accomplishing something. My ear started ringing just now, so some of you could have someone who's like talking about you, or you could have someone who's like thinking about you as well with that Temperance card. You have the Ace of Cups. So again, if you want love, I do feel that there could be love coming in for you. It's kind of funny. I feel like some of you don't it's like you're not necessarily looking for love, but it could be coming in for you, whether you're looking for it or not. And there could be a person who's clearly thinking about you, as my ear is telling me right now. So I think someone either has their eye on you or could be thinking about you. Again, if you do want it, I think it could be good. Even if you don't want it, it could be a friend or something like that. That you are forming. The Ace of Cups says that you need to do more that causes your energy to overflow. And again, I've seen this a lot this week. I will say we have a lot of energy in Taurus. Taurus is all about self-care, like taking care of yourself. It's a card, Taurus is, gratitude and luxuries, being grateful for the things that you have and valuing the things that you have. When we do that, our energy overflows. When our energy overflows, life becomes easier. So, again, I'm not really surprised to see this Ace of Cups energy. And we're coming off of the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction as well. So, it's kind of the time that we're in. With the High Priestess, you have the Four Wands. I'm telling you right now, I think some of you are not looking for love, but here it is. If you already have love, this could be the person you're marrying. But whether you want it or not, it's here. And again, as I always say, you don't have to accept it. I also feel that the Four Wands is a card of freedom. And like I said, there is something here about you telling the universe what you want, whether you're doing it consciously or not, doesn't matter. I think that all your actions, all the experiences that you're having this week are all things that are telling the universe what you accept or are willing to accept into your life. So I would be very picky this week if I were you. I would make sure that you're surrounding yourself with more things that you want, right? Because by doing that, you're kind of releasing the energy to the universe. With the Temperance card, you have the Devil. Again, maybe you've had toxic experiences. Even going this way up, like I would definitely be careful of a past person. Judgment is one of the only cards I consider like a past person coming back, but Devil, Seven of Swords, this could be a person who's claiming that they're not going to lie, cheat, or steal or anything like that. So I would, of course, protect your energy from a person who could be like a liar, cheater, stealer, or something like that, or who was. They could be coming back and apologizing because this is showing up in the good stuff. But like I said, it's like, once they've done it, it's like kind of too late. Here you go. With the Ace of Cups, you have the Ten of Swords. Again, I do feel like some of you could be having a person who stabbed you in the back, trying to apologize. Obviously, you have to do what you have to do here. I would protect yourself from it. I also feel that, the Ten of Swords is really a good card. He's making this symbol with his hands here, and it represents a blessing in disguise. So you could be seeing how something that didn't work out. Remember, we were talking about like the fizzle at the beginning of the reading, where you get this glimmer of hope, something excites you, and then maybe it doesn't work out, or maybe it only works out for a short period of time, whatever you're working on, and you have that trust in the great mystery card. I think all of this is adding up to you needing to realize that you are only being led to what you actually truly want in life. You're not being led away from it. So all these glimmers of hope, these disappointments that you've had, they're really getting you closer, much, much closer to what you want. You have this love card and this trust card. So again, if you want love, there could be a new person that you're going to have to trust coming in for you. Again, and maybe you have trust issues, we all do, but maybe you have trust issues because of past situations. So I would, try to trust here, open up a little bit. Of course, you don't have to give someone too much trust, especially, if you just met them, but I would open up or try to open up a little bit here. I also, again, I feel like there could, this reading is a love reading. It could just be saying that you are attracting the energy of love, or you are giving off the energy of love, which is great. It's the best form of energy to attract things into your life. So I feel a lot of you could be attracting great things into your life. You have the Seven of Swords, the Fool, and the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Swords like lying, cheating, stealing. But I feel for a lot of you that, it's showing up in the good stuff. The Seven of Swords is a good card. Golden cards in the tarot are meant to be positive no matter what. I'm kind of getting two things for you here, Sag. Number one, he has these polka dots on his cloak, and polka dots in the tarot represent taking things too seriously. So whenever they come up, they represent needing to not take things too seriously. So polka dots can represent like needing to be more playful, needing to do more things that you love and enjoy. He's also stealing these swords from this army in the background here. So he's doing that so that those swords can't be used against him in battle. And I would make sure that you are, it's a card of being tactical. So it says if there are things you want to accomplish, there are like a million ways to accomplish things. Try every way. You have the Fool. The Fool is about a new beginning. It seems to me like this is a new beginning week. I think everybody could be starting something new this week. Every single person has had either a card that literally says new beginnings on it, or has had a card like the Fool. So a lot of you could just be stepping into new energy and embracing it. The Fool is also about being the contrarian. You are a little bit of a contrarian, Sagittarius. I know a ton of Sages, right? A ton of them. And they, for whatever reason, and they all, every single one I know has a side hustle, number one. Every single one I know does a bunch of different stuff in life. So, again, I think this is saying don't be afraid to be your, contrarian Sagittarius self and like live your own life. You have the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is about being spoiled for choice. It's kind of like you have a blank canvas in your life right now. So, I would take advantage of it. Like I said, I would be, trying new things, or, if there are things you've always wanted to do in your life, I would be doing those things, because it seems to me like you're kind of at this blank canvas type of energy. With the Seven of Swords, you have the Five of Swords. Yeah, I think that if a person is coming in to apologize for something, it's like you'll accept the apology, but I also think you'll probably let it go, right? You're probably just going to move away from it, or just not let this person into your life, which there's nothing wrong with that, You can accept an apology and walk away. And, again, I think a lot of you are doing that. I literally said this at the beginning of your reading, I think. With the Fool, you have the Eight of Wands. I've been seeing a ton of Eight of Wands energy. You have that life is speeding up card. So things seem to be moving forward quickly. I think we've been a little bit on pause for a long time. It's not even like pause. I think like the way the energy has been is that it's like, imagine you're riding a bicycle, but you're holding the brake. It's like you can go downhill on a bicycle while you're holding the brake, but you're not going to go as quickly as you want. And I feel like that's the energy that we've all been in. It's almost like we've been on a bike that could go 100 miles an hour, but it's like going 1 mile an hour because our hands are on the brakes, right? And, I kind of feel maybe that's what's releasing in this reading. It's like you're taking your hands off the brakes and you're going 100 miles an hour. With the Seven of Cups, you have the Death card, big changes. We know this because you have the Judgment card. So death and judgment are kind of similar. They both kind of represent a rebirth. They both represent kind of waking up to new ways of doing things, or different ways of doing things in life. So I kind of feel like you're just going through a transformation. You have this carriage card. It says a journey, either physical or mental. I would definitely encourage as many journeys as you want at this time. So if you're thinking about, it could be anything. You could be thinking about taking a walk to the park. That is a journey, right? Any journey you could go on is going to be very fulfilling for you. You have this dog. It says protection from a powerful friend. I think you're making powerful connections right now, especially if you like work in social media. Star card with the Eight of Wands. Whenever I have the star to Eight of Wands, it's always like social media to me. If you work in social media, this is great. If you are, if you want to work in social media, this is great. I also feel just like in work and business in general, you are surrounding yourself with more powerful people. You have this harp. It says great happiness on it. Yeah, definitely. I think you're going to be very happy at this time. You have this mule card. It says someone is extremely stubborn and unwilling to change. Past person right here. It's like they could be apologizing, but it's like I also feel, my thing about adults is like adults for the most part shouldn't have to apologize. You're an adult. You know the difference between right or wrong. Adults know that cheating hurts. Adults know that if they ghost you, it's going to hurt. Adults know all, the list goes on and on. So, again, I think that, this person, they are who they are. You have this bear. It says danger, especially in money matters. Again, these cards are a little dramatic. I wouldn't get too worried about it. Tarot shouldn't scare you in the first place. But what I would say is, I would keep an eye on your finances. I actually feel you're in a very abundant time. But, I think this is just saying, like, don't waste your money. You have the scrapes card. It says time. Are you kidding? This card says time to go out and have fun. The whole entire reading says it's time for you to go out and have fun. But this is great. I love this reading. So thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your week.